Wrestling hot takes.
We got him. You ready, August? Because I'm ready for yours. Mine was a hot one.
Yours?
Mine wasn't necessarily controversial, but I'm excited to hear. Mine's gonna divide the people. But August, I'm ready to hear yours.
I do have a knack for pissing people off with my opinions. And I try to. I'll be honest with you. I have some middle-of-the-road opinions that wouldn't really piss people off. I try to tend to pick the ones that I know are gonna get under people's skin. Such as the What Chant is the greatest chant in the history of wrestling. I adore the What Chant. I absolutely think people abhor this chant. People think it is really dumb, and it is the way that the audience members hijack segments from the wrestlers. To that, I will say, some of the most iconic promo moments in the last 15 years have been wrestlers creatively overcoming the What Chants and being able to top out of it and surprise their way around it from the audience. It makes the superstar look 10 times better. I think the What Chant has only been done correctly by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and people forget what the What Chant started from. The What Chant was Stone Cold's way of interacting with the audience and telling a story in that segmented way. And superstars are delivering promos in the same staccato way that Stone Cold would do, and are instead choosing to ignore the What Chant, where Stone Cold would lean into it, and that's how he got the audience to do it in the first place. Where he would go down to the store, what? And he would buy a burger, what? Buy some buns, what? Buy some ketchup, what? He would mix it all together, what? Feed it to your mama, what? And the audience would be so invested in every word, every moment, and instead, you could see the wrestler kind of panic that the audience, instead as a wrestler, I think what you should do is understand, you're going to know when you read the promo, is this going to be a What Chant kind of promo? Now, sometimes they will surprise you with it, but if your delivery is staccato, and you have pauses in between each sentence, and you are delivering the promo like that, then the audience is going to chant what? And you can then plan to perform for it. I am dying to see somebody correctly use the What Chant to get the audience reinvested, because all it's going to take is one superstar utilizing it properly to reimagine this entire What Chant into something legendary. The same way Kevin Owens adopted the Stunner, if one person adopts the What Chant, it is going to do big things. And yeah, every now and then you hear somebody else do the Yes Chant behind somebody who isn't Daniel Bryan, or you hear somebody do the Yeets to someone that isn't Jey Uso. But not really. It's a much rarer occasion, and I feel like once one person adopts the What Chant, it is going to solve 90% of the annoyance of the What Chant, and is going to kind of suck it away from the rest of the show. If you are a performer, start utilizing the What Chant instead of trying to hide from it or trying to shame yourself, or smart and think your way out of the box and prove you are a mental master on the microphone. I love the What Chant. That is my 3 minutes, Destiny Diamond. What do you think?
Let me tell you, listen, I love the What Chant when it comes to Stone Cold Steve Austin, but as of this point in time, I think that it's just disrespectful as hell to anyone else that's ever trying to cut a damn promo. Now, to your credit, I have to say, if they don't want What Chants, then they better learn to talk. And the person that has absolutely mastered this to completely graze over any and all What Chants is the man himself, Triple H. Triple H is a master of talking over the What Chants and getting the proper flow so that the audience never gets a damn word in, and I love it. More people need to capitalize on that and learn from that. There is somebody that I need to mention that has absolutely capitalized on the What Chants in a beautiful way, but it's been a long damn time. And I think you know who I'm going to say, because it is our girl, Alexa Bliss. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she was getting whatted, and she said, say what if you have sex with your sister? And then a bunch of people said, what? And she goes, exactly, or whatever the hell she said. I know somebody said those words, and I know she said some iteration of it. But people doing that are so wonderful, and I love seeing it, and I want her to get back into it, and I want more people to capitalize on the what chance in the way that she did and the way that other people have, just not as recently. I'm sick to death of the what chance. I want them to be gone forever, unless it is Stone Cold. But like you said, if somebody adopts them the way that Stone Cold did, maybe even a Kevin Owens if he ever makes it back, because he does have the stunner as well, that would be cool. Sami Zayn would be a fun one because he's always so fun to play with, whether he's a heel conspiracy theorist or a babyface lovable best friend. I would love to see him play with it. Obviously, CM Punk.
I would love to see
his callback.
I would love to see Seth Rollins adopt the what chant, almost as the same way he leads his song. I feel like the what chant and the way he could use it to. And the way Stone Cold used it to interact with his audience, seeing Seth Rollins use it to fuck with his opponent. And essentially, if you have the entire, even though you're the bad guy, you have the entire audience chanting what at the babyface in the ring you're staring down, is a great way to play mind games for a Seth Rollins.
Now, I have to say, the reason I brought up CM Punk is because, obviously, he's a master on the microphone. But also, as a callback, I believe it was 2010, 2011-ish. I think 2011, don't quote me on that. But Stone Cold Steve Austin himself was a special guest general manager for a night. And Punk comes up to him, and Stone Cold says, "You want a beer?" And Punk just looks up at him and goes, "What?" He says, "Do you want a beer?" And he says, "What?" He says, "All right, I'm gonna stop. Do you want a beer?" "What?" "All right, man, get out of my office. What do you want?" "I want to give you a breathalyzer, Steve. Can you even say the alphabet backwards?"
"I can whoop your ass backwards."
Greatest line in the history of Monday Night Raw. I love it so much. I just think that CM Punk doing it, I mean, because this is a funny thing, right? CM Punk's name, just like the what chants, has ruined the lives of professional wrestlers, because the only chant that's been overdone to the level of a what chant is the CM Punk chant for the last 10 years, but I digress. How cool it would be for CM Punk to adopt it, especially on the heels of him inducting Bret Hart versus Stone Cold into the Hall of Fame as that special moment. How cool that would be for him to adopt it after inducting two of his idols into the Hall of Fame for the first ever match to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I just think my whole big sticking point here with, and it's not just the what chant, it is the CM Punk. It's a gift from the audience. And as a performer, it puts the power in your hands. Yes, you are getting whatted, but just like Alexa Bliss performed in that moment, which has now become an iconic Alexa Bliss moment, where people, oh, this is one of my Alexa favorite moments. Stop. This is one of my favorite moments of Miss Bliss here, where she did this and she shut down the what chant. And all it takes is just a little wherewithal in the ring as a performer. When you're having a match and the audience is chanting CM Punk instead, what can you do as a performer with that? If you're Dominic Mysterio,
Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah. It's just like Stephanie. Or if you're Dominic and you're shouting for your father.
Keep it up for another 10 seconds and you will have lasted a minute longer than he did in the boxing ring. Like, how good that moment was. It was so brilliant. Stephanie is another mastermind of playing it to her advantage. But of course, this is in her blood. She's a veteran of the sport. It is her whole life. So that makes sense, as does Triple H. But like you said, we need to see more people capitalize on this. But what do you guys watching at home think? Do you agree with August, or do you think that the what chant needs to die just like the we want tables chant? Comment down below your opinions, and make sure you also tell us your personal favorite moment when a superstar or a manager or a wrestling entity was able to capitalize on the what chants. What do you guys think down below? Let us know.
I'll tell you my favorite in recent memory was Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania when they shouted, "We want tables." Priest pulled them out, and Drew McIntyre hit priest, and then folded the table back up and put it away. That is what I'm talking about. That is how you utilize the chant. You don't want to give it to him. You don't have to. But tease him with it, and now you're an asshole, and now the chant's gone. Brilliant maneuvers. You're welcome.
One of the best minds in the game.
Augie Bog, right here. You're right. One of the best minds in the game.
Drew
Augie
McIntyre.
August Bogus.
Drew McIntyre.
August Bogus, right here.
Big D. Drew McIntyre, Big D.
What did you just say to me?
He called himself Big D.
Okay. Ma'am, this is a children's show.
Where?
Where? Where are the children? Where have you lost the children?
We literally said, say what if you have sex with your sister? We drop F-bombs all over the place. How in the god?
Don't wee me into that.
You do way more than I do.
Brilliant mind in the game right here. Who doesn't have sex with his sister? What? Good night. Farewell and adieu. We want tables. What?
Peace out, bitches.